When it comes to unapologetic honesty, few artists embody it as boldly as Lizzo. Known for her empowering anthems, body positivity advocacy, and fearless personality, the Grammy-winning star has built a career on authenticity. But even she admits there was one deeply personal truth she kept hidden, until now. In a candid revelation that has sparked widespread conversation, Lizzo confessed that she lost her virginity shortly after her monumental win at the Grammy Awards in 2020. The admission stunned fans, not because of the act itself, but because of the emotional weight behind it, and her acknowledgement that she had previously misled people about it. "I lied about it for a long time," she admitted, peeling back another layer of her carefully crafted yet deeply human public persona. The night that changed everything. The 2020 Grammys marked a defining moment in Lizzo's career. With multiple nominations and wins under her belt, including Best Pop Solo Performance for Truth Hurts, she was officially cemented as a global superstar. That night wasn't just about trophies, it was about validation. For years, Lizzo had fought against industry standards that often sidelined artists who didn't fit a narrow mold. As a plus-size black woman in pop music, her rise wasn't just impressive, it was revolutionary. Standing on the Grammy stage, she represented a shift in culture, a celebration of diversity, and a triumph of individuality. But behind the scenes, something else was unfolding, something deeply personal. While the world celebrated her professional success, Lizzo was navigating a private milestone that she had long postponed and, at times, avoided discussing honestly. The confession that surprised fans. Lizzo's admission that she lost her virginity after that iconic night came as a surprise to many. In an industry where sexuality is often front and center, her previous comments had led fans to believe she was far more experienced. That's why her confession, "I lied about it for a long time," carried so much weight. It wasn't just about correcting the record. It was about reclaiming her narrative. For Lizzo, the lie wasn't rooted in shame but in pressure to conform to expectations, to fit into a persona that audiences and the media often project onto celebrities. "There's this idea of who you're supposed to be," she explained in past interviews about societal expectations. "Especially as a performer, people assume things about your life." In Lizzo's case, those assumptions included her sexual history. Breaking the stereotypes. Lizzo has long challenged stereotypes, whether about body image, race, or femininity. This confession adds another layer to that mission. In many ways, her revelation disrupts a common narrative in entertainment, that confidence and sexual experience are inherently linked. Lizzo has always exuded confidence. From her chart-topping hits like "Good as Hell" and "Juice" to her bold fashion choices and outspoken advocacy, she embodies self-assurance. But her admission reminds fans that confidence doesn't always align with societal expectations. You can be bold, empowered, and still have personal experiences that don't fit the mold. Her story highlights an important truth: everyone's journey is different. Why she felt the need to lie. The entertainment industry can be unforgiving, especially when it comes to personal image. For many artists, there's an unspoken expectation to appear experienced, edgy, and aligned with mainstream narratives of success and desirability. For Lizzo, that pressure was real. By her own admission, she felt compelled to present herself in a way that matched public perception. Being open about her virginity at the time might have invited scrutiny, misunderstanding, or even ridicule, so she chose to keep it hidden, and, at times, to misrepresent it. But as she has grown both personally and professionally, Lizzo has increasingly embraced radical honesty. This confession is part of that evolution. A journey of self-discovery. Lizzo's story isn't just about a single moment, it's about a journey. Her rise to fame didn't happen overnight. Before the Grammys, she spent years grinding in the music industry, facing rejection, financial struggles, and moments of self-doubt. Through it all, she developed a strong sense of self, but like anyone, she was still figuring things out. Her decision to wait until later in life to have sex reflects a personal choice that's rarely discussed openly, especially in the context of celebrity culture. In a world that often glorifies early experiences, Lizzo's story offers a refreshing perspective. There's no right timeline. Fan reactions, support and empowerment. Unsurprisingly, Lizzo's confession has sparked a wave of reactions online. Many fans have praised her for her honesty, calling it refreshing and relatable. Others have shared their own experiences, creating a broader conversation about societal expectations and personal timelines. Social media platforms quickly filled with messages of support. "This is why I love Lizzo, she keeps it real. Her honesty makes me feel less alone." We need more conversations like this. Of course, as with any public revelation, there have also been critics. But Lizzo has never been one to shy away from controversy. If anything, it fuels her mission to challenge norms and encourage authenticity. Redefining empowerment. For Lizzo, empowerment has always been about more than just appearances. It's about owning your story, flaws, contradictions, and all. Her confession redefines what empowerment looks like. It's not about fitting into a specific image or meeting external expectations. It's about being honest with yourself and others. In a culture that often equates empowerment with sexual liberation, Lizzo's story adds nuance. It shows that empowerment can also mean taking your time, making your own choices, and being truthful about your journey, even if it doesn't align with the narrative people expect. The bigger conversation. Lizzo's revelation taps into a larger cultural conversation about sexuality, honesty, and societal pressure. Why do people feel the need to lie about their experiences? Why are certain timelines considered normal, while others are stigmatized? And why do we place so much emphasis on these milestones in the first place? By sharing her story, Lizzo is encouraging people to question these norms. She's also creating space for more open, judgment-free discussions about personal experiences. From vulnerability to strength. One of Lizzo's greatest strengths has always been her ability to turn vulnerability into power. Whether she's speaking about body image, mental health, or relationships, she approaches these topics with a mix of honesty and resilience. This confession is no different. By admitting that she wasn't always truthful, she's showing that growth is an ongoing process. It's okay to evolve, to change your perspective, and to share your truth when you're ready. In doing so, she's setting an example for others to do the same. A new chapter for Lizzo. As Lizzo continues to evolve as an artist and individual, moments like this signal a new chapter. She's no longer just the bold, confident performer dominating the charts, she's also a storyteller willing to share the complexities of her life. This balance between strength and vulnerability is what makes her so compelling. And it's what keeps fans coming back, not just for the music, but for the message. Final thoughts. Lizzo's confession about losing her virginity after the 2020 Grammy Awards is more than just a headline, it's a reminder of the power of honesty. In a world that often values image over truth, her willingness to open up stands out. She didn't just share a personal detail, she challenged assumptions, sparked conversations, and encouraged others to embrace their own journeys. And perhaps that's the most Lizzo thing of all. Because at the end of the day, her message remains the same. Be yourself, tell your truth, and don't let anyone else define your story.